Although Mr. Cockshut hunted the administrator of the Ogway out of his bath, that gentleman is exceedingly amiable and charming, all the more so to me for speaking good English. Personally, he is big, handsome, exuberant, and energetic. He shows me round with a gracious enthusiasm, all manner of things, big gorilla teeth and heads, native spears and brass-nailed ornamented guns, and explains, while we are in his study, that the little model canoe full of koala nuts is the supply of koala to enable him to sit up all night and work. Then he takes us outside to see the new hospital which he, in his capacity as administrator, during the absence of the professional administrator on leave in France, has granted to himself in his capacity as doctor. And he shows us the captive chief and headman from Samba busily quarrying a clay cliff behind it so as to enlarge the governmental plateau, and the ex-ministers of the ex-king of Dahomey, who are deported to Njol and apparently comfortable and employed in various non-menial occupations. Then we go down the little avenue of cacao trees in full bearing, and away to the left, where there is now an encampment of Adumas who have come down as a convoy from Franceville, and are going back with another under the command of our vivacious fellow passenger, who, I grieve to see, will have a rough time of it in the way of accommodation in those narrow, shallow canoes, which are lying in with their noses tied to the bank, and no other white man to talk to. What a blessing he will be conversationally to Franceville when he gets in. The Aduma encampment is very picturesque, for they have all got their bright-colored chintz mosquito bars erected as tents. Dr. Plaisir then insists on banging down monkey breadfruit with a stick to show me their inside. Of course, they burst over his beautiful white clothes. I said they would, but men will be men. Then we go and stand under the two lovely Odeka trees that will make a triumphal arch-like gateway to the post beach from the river, and the doctor discourses in a most interesting way on all sorts of subjects. We go on waiting for the Claire, who, although it is past 4 o'clock, is still down at Dumas's beach. I feel nearly frantic at detaining the doctor, but neither he nor Dr. Cockshut seem in the least hurry. But at last I can stand it no longer. The vision of the administrator of the Ogway, worn out but chewing koala nuts to keep himself awake all night while he finishes his papers to go down on the Chptr tomorrow morning, is too painful. So I say I will walk back to Dumas's and go on the Eclair there, and try to liberate the administrator from his present engagements, so that he may go back and work. No good. He will come down to Dumas's with Mr. Cockshut and me. Off we go, and just exactly as we are getting on to Dumas's beach, off starts the Eclair with a shriek for the post beach. So I say goodbye to Mr. Cockshut, and go back to the post with Dr. Plaisir, and he sees me on board, and, to my immense relief, he stays on board a good hour and a half, talking to other people, so it is not on my head if he is up all night.